All right, so another mass shooting. Getting a bit frustrated by how our gun culture is allowing such things to happen. This one, obviously, with racial overtones to make that matters worse. You know, as I've said before on little kind of online dialogue, that in 2012, if the slaughter of 21st graders isn't going to do anything, they're not going to generate the political will necessary to change things, I don't know what will. 9 more people just murdered senselessly. All of this misery generated. And all people care about, well, not all people, but a lot of people, is just, they want to hold on to their guns. And most people aren't even saying, hey, let's take away people's guns. Just how about some common sense laws, keeping unstable people away from firearms, because there's so much anger that our culture generates. To allow people such easy access to these weapons is just madness. It is madness, very frustrating. I don't know. There's so much I could say about this. I think, as I suggested, this is part of a larger cultural issue where, people we become addicted to intensity in terms of experiences. So we're almost desensitized to this type of thing. I was very disappointed in the local news broadcasts that despite the horrific nature of this tragedy, local news here in Chicago is all about celebrating the Blackhawks Stanley Cup victory. That's the lead story. Hey, I'm a Blackhawks fan. I think it's great that they won, but to lead off the newscast with this in light of such tragedy, it seems kind of, ridiculous. And it is a function of our desensitization to things that really matter. Another kind of tangentially related topic that I was thinking about talking about was, noticing these constant commercials for things like Viagra and Cialis. And one might say at this point, what the heck does that have to do with anything he's talking about? Well, it's tied to the need for intensity. It's like the only way men of a certain age feel powerful, feel alive, is through intense experiences like sexuality. And so, we're creating these drugs to perpetuate that intensity well past the time biology dictates that it's necessary. Because we're addicted to this. We need more and more intense experiences, and then we just become desensitized. And so when, 21st graders are slaughtered, or 9, God-fearing African Americans are murdered by this crazy person doesn't even do justice. I mean, evil, I don't know. The person is the fact that people like this can have access to guns is just madness. And I don't know what's going to change. I mentioned in a previous post, you can just get frustrated, throw your hands up in the air, opt out, dash the cup to the ground, as Ivan Karamazov says. But that's not going to solve anything. That's just going to, Reverend Martin Luther King, one of his favorite quotes, talks about how the arc of morality is long, or something. I'm butchering his quote, but it veers towards justice. You got to have patience through this, and that's where, again, for me, something like meditation is extremely helpful. To calm people, to get us away from this, constant need for intensity that generates such horrific consequences. All right, I think that's it. Thanks.